Nirvana vocalist Kurt Cobain was never shy about voicing his thoughts, especially concerning music. Cobain was known for his candor and dislike of pretense, and he constantly criticized inauthentic or commercial musicians and musical trends. No official list of the 5 musicians he loathed most exists, but interviews, journals, and public pronouncements reveal several artists and genres he disliked. One of Cobain's most famous musical complaints was to Guns N' Roses' Axl Rose. Their musical differences and personal enmity were severe. Cobain opposed Guns N' Roses' toxic masculinity and chauvinism, which conflicted with his gender equality and anti-macho views. Insults, interviews, and a headline-making backstage scuffle characterized their feud. Cobain felt Axl embodied everything he detested about mainstream overconfidence and ego in late 1980s and early 1990s rock. Jon Bon Jovi was another Cobain target. Cobain disliked 80s glam metal, which declined as Nirvana rose in the early 1990s. With his huge hair and arena anthems, Bon Jovi typified that scene. Nirvana sought to eliminate artificiality and commercial pandering, and Cobain considered such acts as indicative. He often called hair metal bands formulaic and emotionally shallow. He was more concerned with their music's inauthenticity than its technical skill. Pearl Jam also disappointed Cobain early on. Both bands were grunge, but Cobain first criticized Pearl Jam's sound and quick mainstream success. He thought they were too corporate and radio-friendly, lacking Nirvana's raw punk ethic. Cobain ultimately softened and regarded Eddie Vedder as a fine guy, but his early words show his dissatisfaction with large labels turning grunge into a product. In interviews and journals, Cobain repeatedly criticized pop stars for their image-driven stardom. Madonna was one. He never seemed to dislike her, but he critiqued her mass-market music and image. Madonna represented the pop industry's propensity to market individuals rather than artistic voices to Cobain. He disliked Madonna's industry mechanisms. Finally, Cobain and Jackson had a difficult relationship. Jackson was an unequaled cultural phenomenon who shaped music and entertainment. Cobain often resented Jackson's devotion and questioned his truthfulness. His cryptic journal entries showed dissatisfaction with Jackson's global popularity and spectacle. It was skepticism about how fame could distort reality and distract from art, not hatred. Kurt Cobain's critiques weren't petty or jealous. They sprang from his dedication to sincerity, art, and social consciousness. He hated commercial musicians and those with toxic or shallow values. Cobain's heated critiques were part of his larger fight against the music industry's capacity to turn creativity into a marketable product. Though contentious, his opinions defined him as a reluctant icon and fiercely autonomous artist.